How do Tartarus, Elysium, and Asphodel differ in the Greek underworld? Imagine stepping into a world where your fate after death depends on how you lived your life. The Greek underworld was not just one place but a series of different regions, each with its own purpose. These areas show how ancient Greeks viewed morality, justice, and what happens after death. Let's explore these three major parts to understand their differences. First, there is Tartarus. Think of Tartarus as the deepest, darkest pit in the underworld. It was said to be as far beneath the earth as the sky is above it. The darkness was so thick that night was described as being wrapped around it like a collar. If you dropped an anvil from the surface, it would take 9 days to reach Tartarus. This was the place where the worst souls went. It was like a prison for divine enemies and wicked people. For example, the Titans who fought against the gods were thrown into Tartarus. Mythological figures like Sisyphus, who was forced to push a boulder uphill forever, or Tantalus, who stood in water he could never drink and fruit he could never reach, were punished here. These punishments fit their crimes and were meant to be eternal. Next, we have Elysium, also called the Elysian Fields. This was the opposite of Tartarus. It was a paradise for heroes, demigods, and the most virtuous people. Those who did great deeds or lived morally good lives could hope to reach Elysium. Even ordinary people could get in if they achieved something special, like the philosopher Socrates. Elysium was a place of happiness and peace, where souls enjoyed eternal comfort. They could stay forever or choose to be reborn. If a soul was reborn 3 times and went to Elysium each time, they could then move on to the Isles of the Blessed, a more divine paradise. Finally, there are the Asphodel Meadows. This is where most ordinary souls went. It was a neutral zone for those who neither committed serious crimes nor achieved great deeds. The people here lived in a kind of peaceful mediocrity. Some sources say they experienced a quiet existence, neither suffering nor joy. It was not a place of punishment or reward but a middle ground. These souls simply existed in a state of unremarkable eternity. In addition to these main regions, the Greek underworld had other areas. The Fields of Mourning were for those who suffered tragic love or unfulfilled passions. The River Styx marked the boundary between the living and the dead, with Charon, the ferryman, transporting souls across it. For travelers today exploring Greece, understanding these mythological regions helps connect to the stories and art of ancient Greece. Many temples and museums display artifacts showing how the Greeks pictured the underworld. These regions reflected their belief that the afterlife was shaped by how people lived, emphasizing the importance of virtue and morality in life.